Hello everyone, I, Professor Subramania Hegde, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, KLS VDIT Hadia, welcoming you all for the lecture series on utilization of electrical power. Subject code is 17E742 for 7th semester, model number 1 and lecture number 11. Contents covered in this lecture. Today I am going to explain the application of electrolysis, that is electroplating, electroparting, electrorefining, electrotyping, electrophasing, also extraction of metal from electrical energy. Okay. The learning outcomes. After this lecture, the student will able to understand the application of electrolysis. The applications are mentioned here, that is electroplating, typing, refining, then phasing. In previous class, we studied the working principle of electrolysis, application of electrical energy to change the chemical property of a solution is called as electrolysis. The electricity is applied to two electrodes, one anode, one acts as another, another one cathode. Okay, two different potentials are connected. Current is flows through the solution. Okay, it changes the chemical property. Okay, so it is used for to extract the metal or refining purpose, electroplating or deposition purpose. Okay, to understand the electrodeposition, the Faraday's law is introduced. The Faraday's law, first law tells that the mass of the substance liberated from the electrolyte is in a given time is proportional to the quantity of the electricity passed through the electrolyte. That is M is equal to Z into Q. M is equal to Z into I into T. Okay. The sufficient voltage is required. Normally 1 to 2 volt is applied. Okay. Current rating is depending upon the process requirement. Sometimes kiloampere also circulated through the solutions. When electricity is applied in the solution, some ions are positively charged, some ions are negatively charged. Okay. Negatively charged ions attract towards anode, positively charged ions attract towards cathodes. Later the supply is turned off and the two electrodes are removed, and the ions which is deposited over the cathode and anode is cleaned and the metal is extracted. Okay, this is the first law. The second law is when the same quantity of electricity is passed through the several electrolytes, the mass of the substance deposited are proportional to their respective chemical equivalent or chemical weights. We also studied some of the terms which is related to the electrolysis, that is current efficiency. It is the ratio of actual quantity of substance liberated or deposited to the theoretical quantity of substance liberated or deposited. Okay. Then voltage is very much essential to circulate the current through the electrolyte, otherwise the mass of the deposition is zero. Then energy efficiency, it is the ratio of theoretical energy required to actual energy required. One of the application we studied in previous lecture, that is electrodeposition, the process of depositing a coating of one metal over another metal or non-metal electrically is called as electrodeposition. The quality of the electrodeposition is mainly depending upon nature of electrolyte, current density, temperature, conductivity, electrolytic concentration, additional agent, throwing power, and polarization. Okay, these are the contents covered in previous lecture. Let's see what is electroplating today. Electroplating. Electroplating is an art of depositing a superior or a more noble metal on an inferior or base metal by means of electrolysis of an aqueous solution of suitable electrolyte. So one definition. The second definition is the electroplating is defined as the electrodeposition of metal upon a metallic surface is called as electroplating. Okay? The electroplating is done to accomplish the following things, that is to protect the metal against corrosion, to give reflecting properties to reflector, to give a shiny appearance to article, to replace worn out materials. The electrolytic deposition are crystalline in nature. The crystals must be very fine in order to get a firm, coherent, and uniform deposit. For this purpose, suitable electrolyte should be used in the electrolytic bath, and current density used should have an appropriate value. The temperature should be maintained at proper level. The articles to be coated with nobler metals should be in a higher state of purity as possible. The operation involved in electroplating, that is cleaning operation and deposition of metal operation. So the cleaning operation, in case the objects are electroplated, is not cleaned, polished, and degrade. Okay? The deposit form may not be well adherent to the base metal and is likely to be peeled off. Okay? The cleaning operation includes removal of oil, grease, and other organic material which is coated over the metal. Okay? To accomplish this, the soap, alcoholic solutions, and organic solvents such as gasoline or carbon tetrachloride is used. Okay, so removal of rust, scale, oxides, or other inorganic coating adhering to the base metal workpiece. To accomplish this, the acid, alkali, and salt solutions are used. The second one is deposition of metal. All the types of metal deposition process. Article to be electroplated is made. Cathode solution is made up of salt of a metal to be deposited, and anode is often of the same metal which is to be deposited. Best example, copper plating, nickel plating, chromium plating, silver plating, then gold plating. The next one, electrometallization. Electrometallization is the process of depositing metal on a conducting base for decoration and for protective purpose. The process of depositing metal on conducting base for decoration and for protective purpose. The non-conductive base is made conductive by a coating of graphite, which is made to be cathode. It is all about electrometallization. The next one, electrophasing. Electrophasing. It is a process of coating of metallic surface with a harder metal by electrodeposition in order to increase its durability. It's called as electrophasing. The next one, electroforming. Electroforming, electrotyping, later electroforming. Electrotyping. Electrotyping is a special application of electroforming, and it is used to reproduce printing setup type, engraving, and medals, etc. The process is same as for electroforming. Then what is electroforming? The electroforming is a reproduction of objects by electrodeposition on some sort of mold or form. In the reproduction of medals, coins, engravings, etc., a mold is first made by impression. The objects in a wax, the wax surface, which bears exact impression of the object, and is coated by powdered graphite in order to make it conducting. Okay? The mold is then dipped in electroforming cells as a cathode. After obtaining coating of desired thickness, the article is removed and the wax core is melted out of the metal shell. The application of electroformings are manufacturing of gramophone recorders, then production of seamless tube. The next one, electropolishing. This process in principle consists of making The work as anode, the electropolishing, the making work as anode in a suitable position, the produces insoluble compounds which are broken down by more anodic action on the hills than on valley of the surface. In this way, smoothing of the surface takes place. The aluminium workpiece, which is to be polished after being properly buffed, is subjected to two anodic treatments in series. In the first treatment job is made anode fluoric acid bath. This removes the thin coating of metal from the surface uniformly. This surface is then given anodizing treatment of H2SO4 bath. This process produces an oxide film, clear and transparent with reflectivity as much as 90%. In case of silver plated article, the polishing is done after plating is over by reversing the current through the bath and 4 to 5 times the current strength used to plating and the intermittent intervals every few seconds. The next one, electro cleaning or electro pickling. Electrolytic solution. Electrolytic solutions of sodium phosphate is contained in iron tank which is made anode. Work is suspended as cathode. When the current is passed, it produces caustic soda on cathode, which has cleaning action. Also, large volume of hydrogen evolved at the cathode quickly remove greases. This process is called as cathodic cleanizing. And anodic cleanizing work is made anode. Dirt particles are positively charged in alkaline bath and the electrophoresis process they migrate to negative pole. So this is all about electro cleaning or pickling. The next one, electro parting. It is also called as electro stripping. Two or more metals may be separated electrolytically. As an example, if copper is to be stripped off from steel, the workpiece is made anode in solution of 75 grams of sodium cyanide and 25 grams of caustic soda in 1000 cc of water. The sheet of iron is made cathode and pressure used is 6 volt. The next one, electrometallurgy. Electrometallurgy includes electro extraction and electro refining process. Electro extraction. Extraction of metal is an electrochemical process employed for production of metal with commercially acceptable purity. Depending upon the physical state of ore, the following are the two methods of extraction of metal. In one of the methods, the ore is treated with a strong acid obtained a salt and the solution of such salt is electrolyzed to liberate the metal. The second one, the second method is used when the ore is available in molten state or can be fused and in the method the ore which is in a molten state is electrolyzed in a furnace. The method used for extraction of some of the metals are described below. So from extraction of zinc. In extraction of zinc, the ore is treated with the concentrated H2SO4 and roasted and passed through the various chemical process in order to remove the impurities, okay, by precipitation. The zinc sulfate so obtained in the electrolyzed. The electrolysis of zinc sulfate is accomplished in large lead-lined wooden boxes having a number of aluminum cathodes and lead anodes. Zinc gets deposited on the cathode and is removed periodically once or twice a day. The current density of the cathode is 1000 ampere per square meter and the voltage per cell is about 3.5 volts. Usually 100 to 150 cells are employed in series with the voltage of 500 volts. The energy consumption is 3000 to 5000 kilowatt hour per ton. For extraction of aluminium, the aluminium is produced from bauxite containing aluminium oxide or aluminium, the 70% in high grade bauxite, silica, and iron oxide. The ore is first reduced to aluminium oxide by chemically treatment, and then it is dissolved in fused cryolite. The mixture thus obtained electrolyzed. The fusion and electrolysis ore are accomplished in large, shallow, rectangular steel bath lined with carbon anode projecting downwards into the bath, and bottom of the bath forms the cathode. The charge is melted by arc struck between the carbon anode and cathode and is then maintained in a molten state by heating action of the electric current flowing through the charge. The liquid metal deposit at the cathode and the settle at in the bath of bottom and periodically siphon out into the large ladles from which it's poured into the pig or ingot molds. Normally, the voltage required is 6 volts, current is 40,000 ampere, the energy consumption is 20,000 to 25,000 units per ton. The highest temperature is 1000 degrees Celsius. The next process is electro refining. Refining is the process whereby highly concentrated mixture of metal is subjected to electrochemical treatment for recovering not only the principal metal in pure form but also the precious metal like gold, silver, bismuth, etc., which may be present in the form of minute traces. By electro-refining, it is possible to get the metal almost 100% purity. This is one of the most important prerequisites expected out of the copper and aluminium in order to have high electrical conductivity. Electro-refining process is essence is the same as the electroplating, anode being made of impure metal and the electrolyte being made of the salt of the metal to be refined. Pure metal is deposited at the cathode. Copper refining requires copper sulfate solution with electric consumption of 150 to 300 kilowatt hour per tons of copper refined. For silver, the energy consumption is 400 to 420 units per ton. For iron, 1000 to 1600 units per ton. For lead, 100 to 120 units per ton. For gold, 300 to 350 units per ton. For nickel, 2500 to 4000 units per ton. So this is all about the application of electrolysis. For a electrolytic process, the power requirement is normally 100 to 200 ampere with a 10 to 12 volts. Okay. Normally it is obtained from DC generator sets. We'll see the numerical examples on Faraday's law. It is required to repair a worn out circular shaft of 15 centimeter diameter, a 32 centimeter long by coating. It may coating with a layer of 1.6 mm of nickel. Determine the theoretical value of the quantity of electricity required and time taken if the current density used is 210 ampere per square meter. Electrochemical. These are the given data. Diameter 15 centimeter, it must be in meter, 0.15 meter. Length L 32 centimeter, that is 0.32 meter. Thickness of the coating 1.6 mm, 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter. current density of 210 ampere per square meter. Electrochemical equivalent of nickel is 30.4 into 10 raised to minus 8 kg per coulomb. Density of the nickel rho 8.9 into 10 raised to 3 kg per cubic meter. The theoretical value of the quantity of electricity is required, that is Q. Later we need to calculate time. So as we know, Q is equal to M divided by Z, okay, into 3600. 3600 is multiplied to convert and quantity of electricity required in ampere hour. Okay, so as we know, mass of deposition, nickel deposition, mass is volume into density is mass. First we need to find the volume is area into thickness is now, okay. First we need to find the surface area, okay. Without knowing surface area, M calculation is not possible, because here thickness is known, density is known. So surface area, it is a circular shape element, so surface area is 5d into L. Here I am substituting D and L value 0.15 and 0.32, so it's 0.1508 square meter. Okay, the mass is now compute surface area 0.1508 into 1.6 milli to 8.9 into 10 raised to 3, that is 2.147 kg. Okay, so Q is equal to M divided by Z value is now 30.4 into 10 raised to minus 8, multiplying 3600 will get 1961.8 ampere hour. To convert Q value in ampere hour, 3600 is multiplied to Z at denominator. So as we know, Q is equal to I into T. Okay, Q is equal to I into T. T is the time. So here we require time. So time is equal to Q divided by I, where I is also unknown here. As we know, the current density, okay, current density is equal to current divided by surface area. Current is equal to density into surface area. Density is 210, area is 0.1508, so 31.67 ampere is the total current. The time required is Q divided by I, 1961.8 divided by 31.67. So 61.94 hour is required to collect the metals. We'll see the next example. A copper refining plant using 450 electrolytic cells, okay, carries a current of 5500 amperes. Voltage per cell being is 0.25, each cell 0.25 volts. If the plant were to be work 45 hours per week, calculate energy consumption per ton. Okay, assume EC of copper is 32.8 into 10 raised to minus 8 kg per coulomb. Okay. Here first we need to understand the problem definition. There is a copper refining plant. Okay. Every week it works 45 hours. To refine copper, electricity is required. Electricity is supplied for 450 cells, each cell having a voltage rating of 0.25 volts, and current carried is 5500 ampere. Okay, we'll see the given data. Number of electrolytic cells 450, voltage per cell is 0.25, current carried is 5500 ampere. The number of working hours of the plant per week 45 hours. EC of copper is 32.8 into 10 raised to minus 8 kg per coulomb is there. Here we want ampere hour, so 3600 is multiplied. So finally we got 0.0011808 kg per ampere hour we got. The total number of ampere hour, okay. So here energy consumption per ton is required. Okay. To find the energy consumption, first we need to know how much voltage is required as well as ampere hour is required. Okay, the total number of ampere hour per annum, there are 450 cells are there. Okay, from 450 cells, those 450 cells works 45 hours per week. Okay, from that 450 cells, 5500 ampere current is circulated through the circuit. Okay, this current circulation is for 45 hours for 1 week. There are 52 weeks per year, that's why 52. So at 1 year per annum, the ampere hour, total number of ampere hour is 579 into 10 raised to 7 ampere hour. Okay, say first we need to find the ampere hour, later we'll multiply the voltage to that, we'll get the energy requirement. Voltage into current into time is energy. Okay, here the per annum the ampere hour requirement, the ampere is supplied from 450 cells, the total ampere supplied is 5500. Okay, per week it is 45 hour, 1 year 52 weeks. Okay, the annual output of the plant, annually it consumes 579 into 10 raised to 7 ampere hour. Okay, and it produces, so 0.0011808. Okay, so finally it produces 6836.83 tons, okay, of copper. It refines 6836.83 tons. The energy consumed per annum is per annum 579 into 10 raised to 7. Okay, is the ampere hour. The voltage is 0.25 for each cell. Already here 450 cells are included. So 144.75 into 10 raised to 4 kilowatt hours. So energy consumption per ton is, to produce 6836.83 tons, it consumes 144.75 into 10 raised to 4 kilowatt hour. For 1 ton, it produces, it takes 211.72 kilowatt hour per ton. The conclusion, from electrolytic process, we can extract the metal from its ore. Okay, we can refine the metals. It's also used for electroplating, typing, facing, and parting. Okay, so this lecture comes under both understand level and apply level. The numerical example comes under apply level. These are the references. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you one and all.